You should have downloaded today's assignments from my webpage. It's called Applications of the Pythagorean Theorem. So go ahead and turn to number 6. I'm going to do number 6 with you and then number 8, and then you'll work on the rest of the problems during class, and whatever's not finished will be your homework. So number 6, it says the Pythagorean theorem can be applied to find the distance between 2 points. Locate the points x, 1, negative 7, y, 1, negative 1, and z, 9, negative 1 on the coordinate grid below. Mark the horizontal distance and vertical distance between the points to form a triangle. So first, before I go and look at A, B, and C, we're going to plot those 3 points. So I need to go 1 over on the x-axis and down 7 on the y-axis. That would be my first point. And that's point X. Next, I need to go positive 1 on my x-axis and negative 1 on my y-axis. And that'll be point Y. For point Z, I need to go positive 9 on my x-axis and down 1 on my y-axis. And that is point Z. So it says connect them, the horizontal distance and the vertical distance, to form a triangle. So there I have a right triangle. So A, it says what type of triangle is formed when these points are connected? Well, I just said that answer. That would be a right triangle. And it says, what is the line segment between points X and Z called? So we're looking between points X and Z. So right here, this is across from my right angle. So that would be my hypotenuse. Then it says, what is the distance from X to Z? So it's asking to find what is the length of the hypotenuse. So I need to figure out first what the length of yx is and then yz. So to do that, I can just count however many units it is from one point to the next. So my coordinate plane is counting by ones. So it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 for this length. Then I would count from y to z. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 6 and 8. So in order to find that distance, I need to do the Pythagorean theorem. So we're going to use a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So I know I'm solving for c, my hypotenuse. So I can take either of these numbers and plug them in for a and b. I'm going to do my shortest side for a. So I would have 6 squared plus my other side, which is 8, a squared equals c squared. 6 squared is 36. 8 squared is 64. So then I bring down my c squared, because that's what we're going to solve. So I need to combine my 36 plus 64, which is 100. Set it equal to c squared. Last step, I need to get c by itself, so I need to do the opposite of squaring something, which would be square rooting. So I'm going to square root each side, which leaves me c equals the square root of 100 is 10. So the distance from x to z would be 10. Go ahead and turn your page to question 8, and we'll be doing that one next. Question 8 says Robstown is 24 miles west from the intersection of IH 37, and Shoreline Boulevard, Portland, is 5 miles north of the intersection. What would be the approximate straight line distance between Robstown and Portland? So on most of these questions on this homework assignment, you're going to need to draw pictures. This one is talking about Robstown being 24 miles west from intersection IH 37. And it says Shoreline Boulevard, Portland is 5 miles north of the intersection. So, just to refresh our memories, our directions are north, east, south, and west. So I would start at the intersection because that's where it's giving me directions. So I could say, here's my intersection, IH 37. It says Robstown is 24 miles west. Well, west would be this direction to the left. So from our intersection here, I'm going to go 24, whoops, that's not very straight, 24 miles west. So I know that's 24 miles. And then it says Shoreline Boulevard is 5 miles north of the intersection. North would be going up from the intersection. So I'm going to go up 5 miles. So it says, what would be the approximate straight line distance between Robstown and Portland? So here's Robstown and here's Portland. So I want to know that straight line distance. So again, this is solving for C, our hypotenuse. It formed a right triangle. So the side across from the right triangle is our hypotenuse. To figure that out, I need our Pythagorean theorem, which is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. I'm solving for c, so I need to take 5 and 24, plug it in for a and b. So I'm going to plug 5 in for a, 5 squared, plus 24 squared equals c squared. When we square those numbers, we get 25. 24 squared is 576 equals c squared. So we can combine these two numbers, giving us 601 equals c squared. And our last step would be to square root those. We need to do the opposite of squaring. So we would get c is approximately 24.5 miles. You have the rest of class to finish this. Whatever's not finished in class will be homework, and it'll be due tomorrow.